Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my channel. It's Clay from Clay's Collections, and I know it's been a long time, feels like, since I've done a video. Life has been full. We've been keeping very busy, and that's good. The winters here in Minnesota have been very mild, so that's been good as well. But yeah, so I'm excited to finally get back to doing another video. And the theme of today is free day. So it's a Saturday. Cindy and I saw a posting on Facebook for a free garage sale. That's how they labeled it. What it is there is a dog rescue training center that moved locations. And so they had a bunch of stuff left over in the old location. So it was like, if everything's free, come and get it. Donations are welcome. So it was started at 8 o'clock on Saturday. So we're like, okay, we're early people, so that's good for us. So we went and we get there and look around. And again, I was expecting mostly office furniture, which there was a number of desks and different things like that. But there were some unexpected things that I didn't expect. And two of the things that we picked up was some artwork. This is by Les Kuba. Some of you may know him. He is a Minnesota artist, very well known. He's a wildlife artist. And the connection we have with him is Cindy's uncle, her mom's brother, actually studied under Les Kuba as a wildlife artist. And we have a number of his pieces at our house as well. And so anytime I see Les Kuba, I always think of the family connection. But we actually got 3 of his prints, all of them signed in pencil by Les, and for free. So that's how we started our day. And I was like, okay, good. And we did plan on donating, right? And they had the scan for the Venmo, and it wouldn't work. So we ended up literally getting those for free. Cindy found a few things to help organize her stuff. And then after that, because where that sale was just a few blocks from the Pink Elephant, so I said, let's stop by there. I'm going to put out some more merchandise. So we put out some more merchandise at the Pink Elephant. And as we were leaving the Pink Elephant, there's another antique store on the corner, and we're going down the alley because we park in the back, and we're going down the alley, and there's a bunch of stuff by the garbage can behind this antique store. And so I stopped, Cindy got out, and then I got out, and we went and looked, and they had a big plastic bin of stuff, dishware and things. Like this piece, Portuguese, cabbage leaf bowl. And so she had it, whoever had it for sale for $22 in that particular store. But I look over and here's this huge box, and guess what it's full of? That's right, antique books. So what did I do? I grabbed the whole box. So it was a free day. So this is one of my favorites. Old King Cole. It's a pop-up book. Isn't that cool? I love that. And it's just one page. And she had I keep saying she, but whoever had $8.95 on it. And then there were a number of other books, just, nice old books. Nothing too crazy. This is another fun children's book. It does have some condition issues. But then there was this one. It's called The Echo. It might be hard to read. Published for the Home of the Sacred Heart. Now, there was a monastery here in Minnesota called the Sacred Heart in Iona, Minnesota, and that's who published this particular book. There's one listed. They had it for sale for $4.95. And there's one listed at Aid Books right now for $150. It's not the exact one. I just noticed this has some fun little items in here. There was another one flipping through it. Oh yeah, there it is. Little baby Jesus in the manger. So yeah, this was published in the circa 1890. And what's funny is this was published by, because I saw this paper. Hold on just a second, folks. I've got to step away from the camera. I'll try to keep talking. But I just picked up this other book about a month ago. That has the exact same paper. I guess it's not quite exactly the same. Looks very similar, but it's the exact same publisher. And they were in business, as you can tell, it's actually in terrible shape. But it's the story of St. Paul. Not the city, but the apostle. So I recognized the publishers on this, who were only in business from 1890 to 1899 under the name, the two partners, Donahue and Henneberry. So we know this is from the circa probably early, 1890-ish. So that was a fun find. Again, I do not think it's worth $150. And this is volume 2, so I'm missing volume 1. But some other fun things in the box were these little Dick and Jane stand-up cards. There's a bear, and then they also have the puppy. Look at all packaged, ready to go, so I don't have to redo anything. Again, more young adult books. There were Diseases of the Horse. There's 2 of these put out by the Department of Agriculture in 1907. So, just a fun little hodgepodge of books. This one's fun, The Expert, 1942. And it's a listing of surgeons, oculists, neurological, internal medicine doctors all over the country. So this is a reference book for locating people. Oh, it's United States and Canada. 1942. That's interesting. So those were fun items to be found in a little box of books. Again, the only valuable book was that Sacred Heart book. The others are, $2 to $10 each, which is fine. So then, sorry, I should sit down. So then I go to this is a garage sale, moving sale, at 10 o'clock this morning. Cindy and I had already come back. She's meeting with a friend, so if you hear talk in the background, she's has a business partner over she's working with. But then I go to another sale that advertised books. It was a moving sale. And so I was like, okay. So I went to that sale and picked up about 30 books. Now, these I did have to pay for today, unfortunately. And honestly, I paid a little more than I normally do. Because I try to keep my cost to $1 or less on books. In this particular case, I end up paying $2 a book. But the net effect is really good. So most of these, like these smaller books and the golden books, when I price these at the Pink Elephant, I actually sell them for $2.50, unless they're a rare edition. And I do really well with them at that price. So that's why I want to get them for 50 cents or less. But I only found one golden book. But they had some great books like this one, Tales of Mystery and Madness by Edgar Allan Poe, juvenile series. So that will do well. I do well with holiday books, any holiday, whether it's Halloween, Christmas, Easter, those types of books. So I pick them up when I find them. There were some older books from the late 50s, early 60s that I picked up. And those are all fun. But there were some other books that I picked up that really make up for my higher book cost. Like this particular one, The Ghost of Dibble Hollow. I was not familiar with this book. I picked it up because it's a Halloween related book, is how I look at it, right? It's a ghost, Halloween. But this is actually a fairly rare book, not completely rare. It was printed for many years, but this is a first edition printed in 1965. And this is actually the second printing of the first edition. So it's not the first edition first printing, but it's first edition second printing. Somebody is advertising this as the second edition. It's not a second edition, it's a second printing. They do revise editions and then it's a second edition, but in this case it's the exact same book, just they had to go, it sold so well they had to print it again, so that's why it's called the second printing. But it does have some condition issues. You can tell it's a little warped on the back because it got wet. It's got some water staining. But this book, first edition, still does really well. I'm pricing it in its current condition at $25 because it's a rare first edition. But so that was a great find. And again, if it was in better condition, I could have got a lot more. Then there's this one, the bundle book. Never heard of this one either. Not too many copies available for this particular book. This one has the dust jacket, which is unusual with kids' books. Many kids' books are issued with the dust jackets, but they never survive, especially 50 years. This one is in, I believe, 1964 or something. 1951. Okay, so I was wrong. This is almost a 75-year-old book with the dust jacket. And I found out there are different children's editions of books that were issued in the box, you know, with the box cover. Anyway, second side note. So this particular book, I'm asking $50 for it with the dust jacket. This one does have, condition-wise, the book itself is in great condition except for the young person wrote their name on the inside in pen, no less. And the dust jacket is not in the best of condition. It is torn on the different sides. So that was great. This is another great little book, The Christmas Barn. It's an American Girl doll book. This is a $10 to $15 book. Tommy DePaula, everybody loves Tommy. This particular book, again, a $15 book in great condition. I picked up Laura Ingalls Wilder's books because they're local interest, being a Minnesotan. This is a commemorative edition, collector's edition, and this is a $30 book. So that's a good find. So right, I'm more than got my money back. A Tree is Nice. I like this book. It's a cute little book. This is a $20 book. It's a little different shape. It's 1956. Trees are very nice. They fill up the sky. So, another fun little, this one, Little Toot on the Thames. So, the Little Toot book you find all the time, but I've never seen this particular one. Again, this is a, $10 to $15 book. And then Andy and the Runaway Horse. Another $20, $15, $20 book. Children's books can be very lucrative. I do really well with children's books. That's why I pick them up when I find them. And anyway, I'm glad to be back doing videos. Some of you, I'm in the middle of rearranging my office right now. So some of you may go, hey, what happened to all the books back there? Well, I've moved my printer over here. This is my work computer for my normal job. And I'm doing that so that I can stand more. And yeah, they have the stand-up desks, but I was like, I have this. Let me try this and see if I like doing it that way. And I needed more room for when I'm fixing books because my work computer and monitor takes up a lot of space on my desk. So this way I have a lot more space to spread out when I'm working on books. What do you think about that? And my other task for today is cleaning out my storage closet where I keep my surplus items and my working supplies. Anyway, it's great to see you guys. Great to be back. And hopefully it won't be nearly as long for the next video. We'll catch you next time.